Hey YouTube, this is the Death Scouter making another video, and today we are going to be working on polishing a frosted over headlight lens. So I have a car that, based on where I park, I usually get about total sunlight on the passenger side, and you can see how clear and shiny and unfrosted the driver's side is. So I'm about to take advantage of a polishing kit, and we're going to do this step by step so you can see how well the kit works. And I'm going to pull those kits out. I'm going to show you the materials, and we're going to take this step by step. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Meguiare's Heavy Duty Series Headlight Restoration Kit, and here's the things that it comes with. Let me put that off to the side. 3000 grit Velcro backed sanding disc, a 1000 grit Velcro back sanding disc, a Velcro hand pad that I'll be using, a microfiber towel, 2 different solvents or polishes, and then the yellow buffing head. What you will need that's not included is some kind of spray bottle for water, blue masking tape or painter's tape, and then a drill of some kind. So we're going to go through here, and unlike the rest of my videos, I'm actually going to have a tripod set up so that my camera's not moving all over the place. I'm sure that'll be a refreshing a refreshing change for those of you who have seen a lot of my videos where I try to do this one-handed and the camera's all over the place. So we're going to go through and follow the instructions. First instruction was we should mask off the area so that the polishing pad doesn't end up touching the paint. So we've got that done already. And then they want us to clean the dirt off of the headlight. And it doesn't look any different, but it's very clouded. And then we're going to be doing some wet sanding. So it says, remove any dirt, debris from the headlight cleaner, attach the 1000 grit disc to the pad. Keep the finishing disc wet by dunking it into a small container or by spraying it directly. Sand the headlight in a smooth, uniform side-to-side motion with overlapping passes, wet frequently for lubrication. So we'll take the pad, we'll put the disc on, break out our magic spray bottle, and we will start sanding in uniform side-to-side motions. And the object here is going to be to rub the plastic until the plastic is uniformly clouded. So what's going to ultimately happen here is we're going to go ahead and put in a series of micro scratches, and then we'll come back and polish the micro scratches out, and in the process take off the oxidized plastic that hopefully we've sanded off. So let's make sure that we got this. I'm rubbing fairly hard, not too crazy. It said side to side, but the shape of this headlight lens doesn't really offer me the option to continue going in one particular shape or direction the whole time. And as I said, this is all because my car happens to sit in a way that I get all the afternoon sun right on this edge of my car, and the rest of my parking spot is shaded by some shrubbery that I have. And since this is my little runaround, I don't move it that often. Alright, so now that I feel as though it's been scrubbed up, let's get back to reading the instructions. Continue sanding until the headlight appears evenly frosted. Wipe the headlight dry with the microfiber towel. Okay, well, I could follow those instructions. Take my microfiber towel, wipe my headlight clean, and I'm going to look for anything that's not scrubbed, and this certainly is frosted, because it looks like hell now. I'm giving this a pretty good scrub. I've seen other videos on YouTube, and they don't spend as much time as I'm doing right now going all over this thing, but I figure with the 1000 grit, this is the heavier grit. If you don't get the oxidation off at this stage, then you're just polishing garbage. What we want to do is we want to get the oxidized plastic out. Okay. Alright, I am clearly frosted up here. I still see good clouding everywhere. I got a couple spots where it's not as oxidized, but that's that. Okay. Remove the 1000 grit disc and attach the 3000 grit. This time they want us to go up and down, so they basically want us to go in a opposite direction of what we just roughed. So that is to avoid grooves. There's the 3000 grit pad. I'll put that on again. Alright. Sand the headlight thoroughly in a smooth, uniform up and down. I didn't say anything about wetting it this time, but just, you know what? We said we were going to follow the instructions. Let's go ahead and follow the instructions. It didn't say anything about wetting it, so let's not wet it. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to polish this out. I said up and down motions. Very awkward given the shape of my lens. So I think I'm going to be forced to do an improvising here and start going in a buffing pattern. Alright, so to the best of my ability, I have followed the instructions as I believe they are written. How's that for a legalese term? To speak without saying anything. How to be Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. To speak with qualifiers. Okay, now that we've done that, attach the Meguiare's yellow polishing pad to a drill. A corded drill is preferred. Well, we're going to go with cordless. Apply a nickel size amount of Plast-X polish to the pad. Keep the pad face flatly on the surface. Tilt to one side to increase control. Use back and forth continuous overlapping motion to treat in one area at a time. Heavy pressure is not required. Do not use the edge of the pad. Alright. Faster drill speeds produce more cutting and polishing. They also may increase difficulty in keeping the pad flat. Okay, so here's our Plast-X, which is not to be confused with the ongoing headlight protector cream that you're supposed to use to maintain a good polish. Put about a nickel size drop on. Okay. Flat on the surface. Overlapping. Okay, it says do not allow it to dry. So we're going to try to not allow it to dry. It said not to use the edge, but around the edges I don't know if I have much choice. Okay, I'm just going to hit this one area one more time to take off what looks like became dried compound. Okay, then the instructions say remove the product immediately before it has a chance to dry with the microfiber towel. Reapply the Plast-X as necessary and continue buffing until the headlight is clear. And then it actually looks noticeably better. I'll try one more spot here where it did not come back 100%. It says you can put some Plast-X on the towel and hand buff as needed. And I think I've got, that is a, if I had to put a number to it, I've got a 90, just a little bit of shading. I've got a 95, 96%, boy that's smooth too, 95, 96% restoration here. So I am impressed. And you can see all the oxidized plastic that came off. That was tan when I started. I'm going to take a chance here and just re-rub some of these areas. This is the harshest point that catches the sunlight. Sunlight is just brutal. Okay, now, if you knew anything about compounding, you'd have a spur and you'd fluff this pad back up before letting it get all matted down. Spur is literally like spurs you'd see wearing a cowboy wearing, and as you're running this, well, actually I have one. Let's pause and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is a polishing spur used for anybody that does any auto detailing or buffing, and the idea here is you run that through and it'll lift out all your dried and caked on compound, bring your pad back to life, give you a longer clean buff, and extend the life and the usability of your pad. If you ever see a guy detailing a car and he doesn't use one of those, or the hillbilly version is to take a pocket knife and use a pocket knife to zip it out, that actually ends up shredding this and changes the rate at which this fiber cuts into the paint and the oxidation. Run away from that guy. If you don't have the right tools, you got to get the right tools, right? That's just how it works. Now, I'm really focused about this area up top here because with this silver reflector behind this top plastic, it really shows off imperfections. Rub that out as my battery starts to go. Gee, I wonder if that's why they told me to use a corded drill. But I think we've got a mission accomplished here. And then apply, remove with a Plastex with the microfiber towel by hand for a final buff. Apply the Headlight protectorant with a 100% cotton cloth terry towel or the applicator pad. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And these are brand new. So, oh, okay. Well, the last one, oh, there it is. It's inside there. The last one, I had to take this protective cover off. Let's see if this works. Okay, great. So here is the protective cream that you can now go back and use periodically without having to go through the entire polishing process. Apply the protectorant, remove excess with a clean terry cloth or microfiber towel, so I'm reusing the same towel here. Okay, and then we're going to get us some clean towel, and then we're just going to speed up here the buffing effort. I am very pleased with what I got out of that. I forget what I paid for this. I'm going to guess that I paid about 20 bucks. Because I've had it in the garage for a while. I've been waiting for the weather to break so I could get out here and try it. But, alright. So let's see. Hopefully, let's go from a couple different angles here. We got nice shine, smooth as can be. Back away, looks good from that angle. I'll compare it to the one that I didn't think it. Now I'll tell you what, you can really feel the difference. I'm actually going to come over here and hand polish this one. But as far as what I set out to do, I am more than pleased, and I highly recommend the Meguiare's Headlight Restoration Kit Heavy Duty Series. I think the difference between the Heavy Duty Series is the it includes the second jar of polisher, because there is a non-heavy duty product, but when I see heavy duty I just buy it. That's kind of like, you know, the way I roll. So anyhow, thank you very much. I hope you found this video to be informative, and good luck with your car and enjoy. Okay, so just a quick follow-up here since we've cleaned everything up and I've gone around and repolished the driver's side and took a look at the rest of the car. If you got a rag top, what I would recommend is that maybe you throw a towel or some blankets over top, because there's going to be a lot of fibers blowing off of that buffing pad. So now it looks like my car's got a case of dandruff. So just a quick note as a follow-up that if you have a rag top and you're going to polish your headlights, maybe take some provisions to keep the dust and the flying fibers off the top of your car. But other than that, I've been real happy with the product. Thank you.